I'd like to begin today's event by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which we meet, and for me, that's the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. I acknowledge the meaning of place in their ancestral spirits' connections to the land, sea, and community. I'd like to express my gratitude and pay my respects to their elders, past, present, and emerging. I would also like to acknowledge First Nations people who have joined us today and welcome your wisdom and advocacy for your people for a better future. I'd also like to acknowledge all people with a lived and living experience of mental ill health and recovery. At the Melbourne Children's Campus, we particularly acknowledge children, young people, families, carers, supporters, and the staff among us. We recognise their vital contributions at all levels and value the courage of those who share this unique perspective for the purpose of learning and growing together to achieve better outcomes for the campus, for our staff, the sector, and all people of lived and living experience. So happy Mental Health Week 2022. We are so excited that we're all here together, and I have been heard to say that this is a miracle to have come here today. I'm Belinda Horton. I'm the Program Director of the Campus Mental Health Strategy. For those of you who haven't heard of us, and I'm sure that's a minority, we're a 5-year strategy aimed at integrating mental health research, education and care across the Melbourne Children's Campus. For any information about the strategy, I refer you to Mental Health Central, and our details are available for that website. I'd like to acknowledge the Royal Children's Hospital Foundation for their generous support of the strategy. We wouldn't be here as a team, all our many, many stakeholders, without the support of the foundation. Also, I'd like to acknowledge and thank all the people across the campus that donate their time, contribute their expertise through the steering committee, all stakeholders, key area leads, enablers, and of course the strategy implementation team. And I particularly refer to my dream team that has helped pull today together. Before I turn our attention to the summit and the panel, I'm really excited to announce the launching of the Children's Mental Health Art Gallery this morning. And many of you would have received the email announcement. We'll also have it on our holding side. And I'd like to thank Emily Unity for pulling that together, largely from her sick bed. So to today's event, the primary objective of the strategy is to equip our campus to make mental health everyone's business, or in other words, to integrate excellent mental health care with excellent physical health care, ensuring that children and young people we care for achieve their best quality of life and outcomes through their future, and that they're supported by the best mental health and well-being of their families and our staff. But is mental health everyone's business across the campus? This is a conversation we are keen to continue across the campus to learn more about all the many pros and cons. We'll hear from our speakers today and then our panelists, and we invite you to add your comments and reflections and questions in the Q&A throughout our event. After our 3 speakers, we'll take a 5-minute break between the summit and the panel as we welcome those who are joining us for the panel at 1:30. So the theme for our summit is mental health is everyone's business. Our speakers will share their experiences of this with you, including clinicians and lived experience, expertise. I'd like to flag that if anything you hear today does upset you or distress you, to seek support, whether that be through Lifeline or as First Nations people, 13 Yarn. Mostly draw on your colleagues and your personal supports.